I picked up a very few items from Sephora recently, and given some of the things are for Halloween, I thought I'd show you right now. If you're curious what I picked up, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène. So we'll go through a mini, tiny, microscopic haul. It can't even be called a haul. A couple of things I picked up. How's that? Let's start with the samples first and then go into bigger and bigger products. So I did get a couple of samples. I got 2 foundation samples, one from ABH called the Luminous Foundation and one from Makeup Forever called the Matte Velvet Skin. I will try these out. I also got a Burberry Her London Dream perfume. Don't know if the light allowed you to see that. That's what that looks like. A set of Caviar Restructuring Bond Repair Shampoo and Conditioner from, I said Caviar. I'm repeating myself. And a couple of deluxe samples. So there were 2 orders, and this one came in one order and this one came in the other order. And this one is a Nest Wisteria Blue. Why not? It's a fair size perfume sample. And let's see what it smells like. Oh, and it's a roller ball. I don't have any roller balls. Smells nice enough. Kind of herb-like. Wisteria Blue. Okay, so that's good to know. Actually, I won't put it back in the box. I'll just put it right back here with my perfumes. There we go. All right, so that one's done. And this one was a $25 perk. So if you bought $25 or more, you could get this lipstick. And so I added this little guy in my cart for $5 and then got this one. So I felt like I got a pretty good deal. This one is the Chai Latte 45 from Sephora, and it is a cream lip stain, which is a formula I really, really love. I just finished a cream lip stain in my advent calendar project. If you want to see more about that, I'll put it right there. So I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely a full size. And now let me show you what that sample was, and it is the Sassy Rhubarb 164 by Makeup Forever. And these are the Artiste Rouge lipsticks, and I did end up with 2 of these little minis in the advent calendars, in the advent calendar project this year, and it is a very, very soft formula, so I'll have to be careful as I use it, but I love the color and I know that I will finish it up no problem. So that'll be really nice to use up. And the quality of the packaging is pretty good. It's just a really soft formula, and so it tends to kind of move around in the tube. Just something to know for these guys. Smashbox, no problem. That formula for samples works great, but Makeup Forever, meh, not so great. And now for the first one of the products I purchased. There's this Endless Summer Glow by Chrissy Teigen. I don't really know her, but I like what they came up with. And it feels like a consolation prize for busting up my Year of the Pig highlighter that was so painful. If you want to see my latest repressing video, I'll put it right there, and you can see the repressed and damaged Year of the Pig if you're curious. This is a full-size highlighter, and it came on for half off. So instead of 46 Canadian, it's 23. And I didn't want to take the chance of waiting to get another 20% off for this because it's already half off. I'm happy. So this is great. And why I'm so excited is because it is a bronzer, peachy blush, and kind of icy highlighter all in one. And I think that that is just fantastic for having a little trio of everything that is in this small of a compact. I'm really happy about that. So yes. And now I'm getting into the few things that I picked up for Halloween, because all of the rest of the stuff is pretty mundane. But I did end up picking up this I Love palette, this Sephora I Love palette for $9, I think, $9 Canadian. And I do really like the colors, but it's a paint to open. because of the box. Anyway, I won't be using the box very long. And there are two, no, there's more than that. There's a handful of I Love palettes from Sephora, and they're really quite affordable. And this one is the Jewel Toned eyeshadow palette. So it looks like this. And I did open it up and I did swatch it, unlike the Chrissy Teigen one I wanted to show you before I messed with it. Why they make palettes so hard to open, I will never know. Okay, so there's a little plastic that protects the mirror and the shadows. And this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to put my finger right next to it so you can see how small it is. It's quite small. This one has a lot of product in it, but these guys don't have a huge amount. So let me just tell you how much. So this one right here is 3.57 grams. And then these 6 shadows have about 1 gram each. But if you take a look at it, these are very Halloween-like colors to me. And wait till you see what I pair it with. But I will give you some swatches of these right away so that you can see what I'm talking about. There are 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. So let's just give you some swatches here. And I'll double swatch because I always do. Okay, I'm going to go in a second time. It's a little bit tough because the pans are pretty small. A little tough to swatch. My hands are so dry. I've been doing so much today. So if you like orange and rust, you will love these guys. And this one, I can't seem to do it justice because when I swatched it yesterday, it looked better, but it could be where it is on the arm that I'm having just trouble showing it properly. Yeah, that looks a bit better. So those are the swatches, and these are the fingers. See how much color saturation is on these, right? Pretty decent. And for a $9 palette, I'm happy. Okay, so we've got those 3, and we're going to go with the other 3 underneath. These are more of a shimmery type color. It's very nice. It's a decent colorful palette. I'm okay with it. And then kind of a green metallic. I'll do those again. Those are 3 very Christmassy colors. It's almost like Halloween and Christmas. Interesting. I didn't think of that yesterday when I swatched them. Yet now you really see it, right? I did not think of it that way. And that green is having trouble. I'm going to go in one last time for the green. Just that one. Okay. And I'm going to do that final kind of base color bar that I haven't touched yet. Those are really Christmassy. I did not really think of that yesterday. That's so neat. I'm repeating myself, but I'm really surprised it's even better than I felt it was yesterday, so that's good. And this is the last one that I want to swatch, and this one did surprise me. This matte yesterday, and it does really go with everything else in the palette, so that's a gimme. Just seems like a decent base if you're going to do a more traditional eye look. It should look good. Oop. So that is that color right there. Okay, so we've got the 7 colors, and I'm just going to re-swatch this one, although the finger really gives you a good view of what it would look like. Just re-swatch that one. Now that base obviously wouldn't work for everybody. And there we go. Okay, so we've got the 7 colors. So 7 colors for $9 Canadian. I'm pretty happy about that. And I am going to fetch a glitter glue because the next swatch I'm going to show you requires it. Intrigued? I thought you might. Hang on. All right, so I took out my Base Booster Glitter and Shadow Glue from BH Cosmetics, and I am going to use this hand to put the glitter on and do the swatch for a glitter I'm going to show you and a swatch for what's going to go with it. So I'm going to pat what I have here down as the base for applying the glitter. And that's one glitter. I may take out a second one, but I wanted to show you one for sure. So this is a glitter that really intrigued me, the Starlit glitter, and it was half off, I think, on Sephora. It might still be. And it looks like this. Kind of a ghoulish option, don't you think? There's some green in there, some blue, some red. I think it's going to look pretty good. And this is how it looks on the inside. So there's a hole, so I'm going to turn it upside down and apply it to that spot where I have the glitter glue. So this glitter would go more so on the outer 2/3 of the eye because it's a very deep glitter. Okay, so that is what it looks like. Okay, and the glitter glue, I tried it yesterday, the Base Booster, pretty tacky, so it should keep it in check. And then I want to use this guy, which is, if you see these half off, they are worth it. I have a handful of them. They are the jumbo pencils. They're called the Colourful Shadow and Liner, and this is a matte waterproof formula. And is this Halloween enough? Look at that. So let me show you on the side of the glitter what that looks like. So I am thinking of using this on the inner to center lid, or 2/3 of the lid, and then finishing up with the glitter on the outer portion, possibly fading it out, or fading it in from intense out to in. I think it would look really, really good. So that is the idea that I have for Halloween, and along with possibly 1 or 2 shadows from in here. So I may be tapping into this one and this one to help complement the look. So that is the plan. And if I change my mind, which I am known to do, you can see the swatches for the alternate palette that I was considering, which is the original Editorial from Sephora. I will have that video right there for you if you want to take a look at what might end up being my alternative, which has a lot of very colorful mattes and some transformer shades in as well. Now the last thing I have to do is to give you swatches of the 2 lipsticks, and I would be remiss not to do that. Okay, so the Sephora lip stain container looks like so. And this one was a steal. It was $5. And I think I will like the color because it's kind of a creamy brown. And I really like the 1993 from Urban Decay, so I know I like brown lipstick. So we'll let that dry, and I'm going to just do a swatch as well of the Makeup Forever. I think it's the Rhubarb, what's it called? Sassy Rhubarb. So again, that's what it looked like, and I should just have done a swatch to begin with. So I think I'll put it right next to the cream lip stain. So we can see the 2 lip products side by side. Okay, and here are the 2 lip products. And once this one stays creamy, and then once this one dries, it does not budge. So I really like that formula from Sephora. So I told you it was not going to be a very big amount of products. We've got one tiny eyeshadow palette, a glitter, a pencil, and a couple of lipsticks. That is pretty much it. And then a couple of samples and a perfume. That's it. That is all that I got. Oh, and how could I possibly forget the Chrissy Teigen highlighter, bronzer, and blush trio? How could I forget? I think my head is on Halloween because Halloween for me right now is tomorrow. So yeah, there we go. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this little set of goodies. Let me know what you think. Oh, and you might also want to take a look at the swatches for this BUAHAHA Black Magic palette as well. That was also a Halloween inspiration. So I guess I got inspired by 3 areas. These little guys, this palette, and the Sephora original Editorial. So much to play with. We'll see what happens with the Halloween look. And yeah, so that's it. That's the handful of goodies that I wanted to show you today. And of course, with a couple of other Halloween options that I just couldn't resist checking out, talking about on this channel. I look forward to your feedback as always. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.